Hello and welcome back to the Metamistic Show, and happy new moon in Taurus. This new moon in Taurus is happening April 27th, 2025 at 3:31 p.m. EST, my time at the very least. And it's happening at 7 degrees, which is literally my moon to the degree. I have a Taurus moon at 7 degrees. So anyways, I feel like this is significant coming out, because what we're seeing here is that you're a healer. You could have had, or you've been in a contract, a spiritual one that is, to help someone. Yeah, that's the truth with the Ace of Swords here. To help empower somebody here. And I'm not saying that it's our job to make sure somebody else is empowered. But what's interesting about this 7-degree new moon in Taurus is that 7 is the degree of the 7th house, which is Libra, which is all about relationships. So maybe you didn't even mean to do this, but you've helped regulate somebody. Again, I'm not saying we should be doing that. I'm not saying it's our responsibility to do that. But this is a card of balance. And with the star here, I mean, somebody can even be just observing the way that you are, the way that you live. And you had this possibly even unspoken agreement with the universe to just be a guiding light to someone or multiple people as they're going through a dark time here, to help them see that they are actually in control of their situation and their life. For some, this is yourself. You're the guiding light to your own self, to show yourself that you can stand on your own 2 feet and that you are strong enough to do this, whatever this may be. We have the Queen of Cups. You're getting in tune with your heart chakra with this new moon, and it's a wonderful time to set these sorts of heart-based intentions. So let's get 4 cards here. Again, this is for the new moon in Taurus, April 27th, 2025, 3:31 p.m. EST, my time, at 7 degrees for the collective. And I have a song to play for you guys at the end of this. I wrote it while I was on my week break. Took a little break from the show. Took some time to write some music and, do some things for myself. And so my song is called Pendulum, and I will play it at the end. And I felt like it fit perfectly with today's message, because there is an element of, the pendulum, it swings. And when we say that something is like a pendulum, now, I'm not necessarily talking about the sort of pendulums that we use to ask yes or no questions in form of divination, which that's also kind of a wink and a nod to that anyways. But in the sense of it's like a pendulum, if you were to say that, it's something that swings from one extreme to the other. So we could be looking at those sorts of themes for this new moon in Taurus at 7 degrees. And we had similar themes with the full moon in Libra that we just had. So if you missed that reading, even though it's after the full moon, you can still watch it and think about your own emotions regarding things, because Libra and Taurus, it's Venus based. It's all about love, right? And it's about self-love and self-worth as well. Yeah. As I'm saying that, with the Empress at the bottom of the deck, I did not see that. Wait, how do you do Scout's Honor? I don't know how to do Scout's Honor. But anyways, 4 cards, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are outcome magic card. So we do have the Empress and the Emperor at the bottom of the deck here. Unbeknownst to you, you could be coming into union with someone new that you can't see this yet with the moon, and it has something to do with closing out an old cycle. Another way to see this is the World card as an integration between the masculine and the feminine. This being is technically both masculine and feminine come together, and we have the masculine and feminine here with the moon. So it's kind of like being in the womb. Sometimes I see the world card as like you're going through a womb. You're coming out of the womb with the moon in the world, or it's like a portal, like you're moving through some sort of a portal of self-empowerment and self-love. But for some of you with the Two of Cups, this is absolutely having to do with a relationship. So we'll take a look at it. Speaking of pendulum, you could have been working on yourself lately and trying to heal yourself. And what I said at the beginning about you could have been a guiding light for someone. Sorry guys, made something in my eye. Could have been a guiding light for somebody. But I feel like that's different than what I'm seeing here. I mean, maybe for some of you it's not. But if that's the case, then this would be somebody like in the astral. This is not like a toxic past person that we're talking about. I mean, it can be for some of you, but if that's the case, it's like they're watching you from afar. And because for some of you with the Four of Wands, I mean, you could have even been married to this person. We've been talking a lot about this sort of dynamics on the channel, and they're unhealthy ones. And I feel like this new moon, it's like our chance to turn over a new leaf when it specifically comes to relationships. But I will just say this very quickly. See where you have Taurus in your chart. Which house do you have Taurus in? I have Taurus in the 8th house. Well, it's like 8/9. I don't follow whole sign astrology. I like to look at, I'm a Virgo. I like to look at the exact pinpoint of where we have things. But see where Taurus falls in your chart, because that's what's going to be affected by this new moon. And the new moons, as it says, it's about something new. So what I'm seeing here overall for the energy in general, not in one person's specific chart, but for everybody, I'm seeing some sort of like hidden power couple energy coming to light. And this could be something that you're attempting to manifest, which new moons are manifestation moons, right? So if we're wanting something, then we can have it, and we can use these moons, speaking of, to manifest these things. Like if you want a relationship with two people at the same level, Two of Cups, Empress and Emperor, I mean, wow, this is literally like the perfect relationship showing up right here. And nothing's perfect, definitely not. We all have our own stuff, right? We all go through things, but there's something about the fact that you can lean on this person and them you. So for some of you, I feel like you've been manifesting this sort of a relationship, or this is the advice. If you're looking for this, you can use this new moon to manifest this sort of a partnership or relationship, or this back and forth between the balance of the masculine and the feminine within yourself. And I would say, first and foremost, that's the most important thing to do above all, is to have this communion between the doing and the receiving, masculine and feminine, within our own system here, so that then we can kind of step aside, or we can step forward depending on, which is our more dominating energy within us. Because, doesn't matter your gender. Some of us just feel more comfortable playing a more feminine role, if you want to talk about it that way, or a more masculine role. And sometimes we switch around, right? Like it's not about one or the other, but there's something about learning within your own self, or it's the opportunity for this, to even think about stuff like that. Like I've had to do that for years. I've had, I'm queer, and I've had to think about like, what society teaches us a lot about what roles should be. Now we're a lot more open-minded now in today's day and age, right? But it's still good to think for ourselves, like, wait, what do I actually want though? Like, what would I want a partner to do for me? Like, what sort of things do I even want out of a relationship, so that we can know for certain what sort of things we are actually looking for, and not just be in the dark about it and then just date a bunch of these people that we just are continuing these unconscious patterns and cycles. And then we wonder why, like, why is this the same sort of person that I'm not attracted to, basically? Or why do I keep doing the same things again and again within myself, where maybe I want to be more of a go-getter, and yet for some reason I'm holding back, or, I want to be able to receive love, but instead I do everything, and then there's no room for anybody to help me, etc., etc. It's different for everybody, and it's the most like raw part of us with the moon. Like, this is the deepest desires of our hearts. Like, this is not stuff we really would talk about with anybody else but ourselves, like within ourselves, or with like a partner, right? So this is very like raw material I'm getting. So let's look at these cards and see. But aside from all of that, even if this is the one takeaway, this moon with the Empress showing up to demonstrate her own energy, this is self-love. This is Venus, right? And we have Venus direct at this time. So when we had the full moon in Libra, Venus was retrograde. So now it's direct for this new moon in Taurus. It's literally like lighting up an opportunity for all of us to step into a higher place of connection with this self-love element. That no matter what, whether I have another person or not, like, I love myself. I am in communion with the universe and with myself, and it'd be wonderful to have somebody, or maybe you even do have somebody and you have a great relationship already. Now is the time for us to, it's okay to focus on ourselves, like, even if we do have loved ones in our lives, right? So card number 1, we have the Queen of Cups. See, this is this energy. It's loving yourself and doing loving things for yourself. Like, think about with this new moon, it's a manifestation moon. And I always write down the stuff that I want. It's kind of like monthly goals. Like, if you want to think about it more practically, it's like, what do I want to achieve in my life? Like, what will make me feel happy and fulfilled and like connected with myself, Queen of Cups? Like, what's going to make me feel more like vulnerable and healed within my heart, safe, just doing nice things for myself. This is a Taurus necklace. I felt somebody like looking at it, so I wanted to show it up close for whoever was like looking to see what it was. It's Taurus. But anyways, so it's like, it could even be something like that, like, oh, like, I would love to buy I love that necklace that Missy is wearing, like, I'd love to get one like that. Like, why not? Taurus, she buys herself nice things. Venus, and you don't have to spend $1,000. You can spend like $30. You can look up a necklace online that you want and buy it for yourself because it will make you happy, right? It can be that simple. But I like to use the new moons to build upon my manifestations, like, because we literally change. Like, if we are spiritual people, like I know most of us are, we're like always changing. We're always evolving. We're always shedding our skins. So literally every month, there can be new things that you want to do for yourself, or just in your life, ways that you want to feel here with the Queen of Cups. Like, how do I want to feel? And we have to each do that for ourselves because it's different for everybody. Like, for me, I do my steps every day. And I look at my watch. Like, I every single day I do my steps, and I listen to my tarot readers while I'm doing it. And I just like catch up on my readings, or I just kind of like give myself a little time to think, and I do my steps every day, and that really satisfies my soul, right? Or I spend my time meditating with the Queen of Cups, where I can get in touch with my heart, in touch with my emotions, because I got a lot of Virgo, a lot of Mercury. I can get a little bit busy in the mind. Speaking of bees, right? And sometimes I have to get more in touch with my feelings, and meditation can help me do that. And sometimes I'll just sit like silently in my chair, and I'll just like rock back and forth and just kind of hold my crystals and just kind of allow myself to relax. It doesn't have to be anything like super profound. I just try to let myself kind of zone out for a little bit to rest my brain. And I do that on purpose. And it's something that I have as part of my manifestations, and I keep adding to those every month. I will either up the time, I'll do more steps, for example, I will add, just as an example, just being very practical, every single month with the new moons, it can be a check-in. And this is Taurus, after all, that we're talking about. Taurus is long-term goals. So a new moon in Taurus is a really great moon to manifest with, because Taurus loves to imagine what things could be like 10 years from now, right? And it's something that's very emotionally satisfying. So go deep. Think about what will make me happy. What will make me happier? What can I do in a very practical, grounded way that will start adding to this? Not some far off dream, one day, maybe I'll this or maybe I'll that. We can literally have some of the things we want today, right? And we can make that happen just by allowing ourselves to realize what those things are. It makes such a difference for us to actually tune in without judgment from anybody else. You don't have to talk to anybody else about this. It's more just about what you like, what you want, and don't even judge yourself. If what will make you happy is to get some boba today, then do that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be some profound freaking thing all the time. Sometimes, especially when it comes to Taurus, it's nice things. Maybe you want to buy a nice new comfy blanket, or some nice pajamas, or you want to get a nice meal. Instead of just getting McDonald's, maybe be you know what? I'm going to spend $15 more. I know I don't really have the money, but I'm going to take $15 and I'm going to get myself a nicer meal tonight, sort of a thing, right? It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Empress is a very nurturing energy. It takes care of ourselves. It's the things we want to be done to us. If you wish somebody would take you out on a nice date, get yourself some nice takeout. I know that people always talk about well, just go to the restaurant yourself, but some people don't want to do that. Don't do what you don't want to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Just because society says things, or you watch videos that are okay, if you don't have anyone to take you on a date, then go out on a date by yourself. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really want to do that. I'm a Virgo. I'd rather be at home and eat my freaking nice steak that I got from a restaurant, and just spend the $45 to buy it, and watch Netflix at home. Why does it always have to be this one way? Don't let people's even just society, don't let things taint what's gonna make you happy. Satisfy yourself. Do what makes you feel good. Card number 2 is the Star, see? And this is what will literally heal you. Right? Do the things that will heal you with the Star. And with this Aquarius energy, this could even be doing stuff online. Connecting with your heart can be connecting with, I said, it doesn't have to be, I just went to this really awesome workshop the other day via Zoom Kellyanne Maddox, she put on this really awesome Zoom workshop for witches, and I was like, this feels so healing just to be here, just to be surrounded by people that like understand and stuff like that with Aquarius, right? Like if you don't feel comfortable like going somewhere, that's okay. Like we can just do what we want to do, basically, is what I'm trying to say with this. And that's very Taurus. It's like Taurus will be like, with all due respect, I have my way and this is what I feel comfortable doing. Taurus is about comfortability. It's okay to be comfortable. I feel like this moon, it's like giving us permission and reminding us, like, okay, it's okay to actually be a little bit comfortable sometimes. Like it's not good to never get out of your comfort zone. Like it's not good to always like say no to things and stuff like that make us uncomfortable. I'm not saying that, but I feel like more often than not, people that are spiritual and are watching tarot readings and thinking about the moons and manifestation and all that stuff, healing, our healing journey, all this stuff, for the most part, we're like so hard on ourselves. And that's why I feel like these cards are coming up. It's a very soothing energy. It kind of feels like when you get like a really bad burn or like a cut or something like that. And this is that soothing balm coming in. Even with the Queen of Cups, this is like the aspect of ourselves that like takes care of ourselves after we've been through something really challenging. Like we've been talking about some really, really heavy topics on the channel. And I feel like what this is showing is to mother ourselves, man, woman, however you identify, to mother ourselves, to take care of ourselves, to do those comforting things that will be healing. Now, Aquarius can also be like friends and like our outer community and stuff, right? So this could even be like if you do feel lonely on the other side of things, like, and you don't just want to be alone in your house. There's lots of ways to connect with people. Like I connect with you guys all the time. Like I meet new people every single day online. Again, Aquarius online. And there's obviously lots of ways that you can connect with other people locally as well. Like if that's more what you're looking for. I've done lots of stuff locally. Like I remember even one time I found this guy that does ukulele lessons years ago, and I just went over to his house, and he had like a group there, and we were all learning ukulele. There were people of all different ages. Like an Aquarius is kind of eclectic, right? It's like the unusual. Like this moon could, on the other side of the spectrum, now that I talked about comfortability and doing things that make us comfortable, some of us might want to break out of our shell a little bit here, and we could be wanting to do something kind of out of the ordinary, something unusual to our normal routine. Like maybe we're feeling a little bit bored or a little like detached from life or whatever. So the way we can do that is by doing something Uranian, something different than we normally do, right? With the star. So it's, it kind of just depends what this moon is targeting for you. And it could be both of those things somehow at the same time, where it's like maybe sometimes you want to be more comfortable. Maybe other times you want to get out of your shell. It can be everything. So Aquarius it's that sign of like sometimes when you do something that it's also about embracing the sides of yourself that maybe you are a little bit more like ashamed of. Like this could be the hidden parts of yourself that you have no reason to be ashamed of. Like it could just be a little bit unorthodox. I'm getting this, like maybe you're like a dark witch and you're like in the closet about that. Like maybe you are someone who, like maybe you're surrounded by your outer community is like against that. Like, and you want to embrace your like witchy side. I'm hearing something about a witch wound. Like you could feel drawn to certain things. I mean, the Queen of Cups can absolutely be witchy, right? Like, she can be an empath, a healer, a divinator, like, but this can also be, because I'm seeing this kind of darker hue over the Queen of Cups, and it's a positive dark. I'm saying this in a good way. I'm not saying dark is bad. I'm saying dark. I mean, the moon is the moon evil? I'm talking about like the darkness. This is like cloaked. Like, you could have things inside yourself that you want to express or you want to learn about, or like you might even want to like travel somewhere. Like, for some of you, now this is a side note, for some of you, you might like meet someone online. Now, be careful, please, of course, but this is a story I'm picking up on. You might meet somebody online that you end up, like, wanting to go meet with the world, because it can be a card of travel. And yeah, it's looking like that could be something here too. And you could possibly meet a person like this in some sort of like a group, like some sort of group that connects with you in this like Uranian Aquarian way. Like, maybe this is a group of astrologers, or it's a group of divinators. It doesn't have to be that. This could be a group of like old toy collectors, like, you know, people that collect antique toys, and maybe nobody around you gives a crap about the fact that you have this like 1950s aluminum fire truck that's worth like $17,000. Maybe nobody really cares about that around you, but if you find a community that would see that fire truck and be like, dude, that's first edition, how did you score that thing? And then you can tell them about it, and their eyes are like lighting up as you're talking, and you feel like you're home. It's that sort of a thing, right? So this could even be like friendships, or like business collaborations. It doesn't have to be romantic, right? Because Aquarius can be friends, or it can start off as that. Anyways, let me move back toward this direction here. But again, this Aquarian energy, this is the stuff that sometimes can make more of the like normies take pause. Like, it might not be weird at be it just might be like different than the people that surround you. And so this moon is encouraging us to be who you are, do what you want to do, learn what you want to learn, experience what you want to experience, or who, right? Do what makes you happy. If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. If it makes you happy, then why the hell are you so sad? Now, that's another part of this that I'm getting. It's like you could be having a revelation about your relationship that you're in, like all the topics we've been talking about. I just saw 28. That could be significant for you. 2 plus 8 plus 2 plus 8 could be 10, and then 10 plus 10 equals 20, which is the Judgment card. So you could have called judgment on a relationship where you feel like there were, secrets. My reading right before this one, where we talk all about that, where we talk about somebody who is extremely narcissistic, and we kind of talk about in that reading self-love and getting more in tune with yourself. Really, my past 2 readings, you 4.0, as well as my reading where we talk about a narcissist sort of person and what to do with that. So that could be coming up too, where it's like you're doing all this healing, you're evolving, you're becoming this new person, you're reclaiming your power, your sovereignty, as well as like your self-esteem and all of this stuff. Now, all this can be happening on the inside of you, literally while you are still in a toxic situation. You don't have to wait to get out in order to start this process. And I feel like not enough people say that. I'm somebody that believes, well, it's something that I had to figure out, because I was in a situation growing up, as well as multiple situations as I got older, where I felt trapped. And in some situations, I actually didn't have a way out at that time, but I found a way to like secretly heal, or to secretly like care for myself, even if the people around me were like toxic, right? So there's also an element of that in today's reading as well, where, you know, things don't have to be perfect and shiny and clean and like I'm away from this person and stuff in order to heal. Now, eventually, it would obviously be, you know, the advice to make sure you're in a safe environment, you know, so you live your best possible life. But if for some reason that's not possible at this time, you can still have all of this. Like, you can say your partner or whoever you're around, like maybe you live with roommates that are not like, that think you're weird, or, you know, you're living with like a sibling or something that doesn't like understand you on a deep emotional level or whatever. You can still connect with your community, even if it's online, people that understand you, right? Even if it's just here. But there's lots of amazing communities online that you can feel like you belong, right? A lot of self-care coming through here, though, with the moon, the star, and the Queen of Cups, and the Empress. This just feels so good to me. This feels so, like, comforting, and it smells good, and it feels like a spa. Like, whatever that means to you. You know, it's luxurious with Taurus. It's the stuff, and with Aquarius, it's out of the ordinary. Like, do things out of the ordinary. If you don't, you know, if you're the type of person that's like always like busy and like you have control of your life, which is a great thing, but sometimes it can go too far. Maybe you overwork, maybe you never take a break, maybe you don't take a day off. Like, allow for yourself to do that. Like, allow for yourself to take care of yourself at this time. Card number 3 is the Ace of Swords. See, this will help you become clear and I said this earlier too with the Queen of Cups, like, figure out what you actually like. Like, actually allow yourself to go there, even if for some reason it's coming through as taboo. As long as it's not hurting yourself or anybody else, who the hell cares what people think is taboo, honey? You know what I'm saying here? Like, Aquarius understands that. Aquarius can actually be, I'm hearing something about like macabre, like it's something macabre. Like, you could be, and I'm seeing like the dark goddesses, and like I'm seeing like darker magic, and it's like, as long as we are not hurting anybody, right, or ourselves, it's fair game, right? So anyways, that had to be said for somebody, because I feel this, it's like you start to emerge as like the person you really feel yourself to be, and it doesn't have to be the example I gave about the dark magic. I'm just feeling that for somebody. Like, you could want to look, I'm hearing something about the left-hand path. You could be wanting to, like, understand what those things mean, the clip-off and stuff like that. And, you know, do some research. Like, don't be afraid to, like, let yourself go there. Like, sometimes we feel our heart drawn to certain things, and then we like shut it down because we think like, oh no, like that's too weird, that's too strange, that's too different than those around me. You know, you will become, this is what I'm getting. It's like, first of all, become clear on what you're feeling to do, because you could be led somewhere with the star that's literally like part of your destiny, but you're turning it down because you feel like, oh, there's something weird about this, or there's something like bizarre about this, or And I'm not feeling anything wrong here in the energy as I'm saying this. Like, this is just, it's a matter of like opinions that other people possibly around you would be like, that's not the real you. I know the real you, and that's not the real you. But this is the thing. There's something that you have felt has always been part of the real you in your heart, in your moon space. And you could have even had, I mean, this could even be like parents, like when you were younger, maybe you had like this narrative pressed upon you, like this is the person you are, or this is who you need to be. And I'm just seeing, start here. Like, I remember years ago, this was back in like 2009 when I used to be on YouTube. I had a totally different channel and stuff. I remember like when I was first, like, I was probably 17 when I like knew I was queer for sure. And I was also actually looking into, like, I was looking up a lot of videos on YouTube. I was trying to find, I mean, back then we called it genderqueer. But we tend to call it non-binary now. I was trying to understand, like, what does that mean to be, like, non-binary, or what does it mean? Like, watching videos, and it doesn't have to be this for you guys. I'm just saying this is an example because, like, this was my, like, freak flag flying moment where I let myself, you know, secretly, like, look into people in the community that I was interested in, and I learned, and I started to feel more comfortable and more empowered to just be who I was by hearing other people's stories. And I'm getting, sorry guys, an alarm came up on my phone. But what I was saying is, this Ace of Swords can be like literal information. Like, you could be reading articles or watching videos or looking at Reddit like forums or like whatever about certain things that make you happy. Because for some of you, I'm getting there's something about like a destined path, and there's something taboo about it, and I don't know why. And it's giving the energy of that night darkness equals bad, when we all know that that is not true. There's something about that here. Anyways, it's like the witches used to dance at night. You know, it's like the night darkness. It symbolizes intuition. I mean, it's literally the womb. Like, this is where the moon is, the womb. It's like, this is where our dreams are born from. Like, our creations are born from. And the world, like I was saying earlier, this is like the birth canal. It's like birthing something into the world. And for some of us here, like, you're meant to like speak or write or perform, or like the very things that you're interested in looking into. Like, maybe it is astrology, for example. Like, maybe you start getting really into astrology, you become obsessed with it, and then you're like, wait, I should be an astrologer on YouTube, or I should write a blog about astrology, or, you know, I should do this or that. I'm seeing like traveling here as well. Like, some of you might even go to like some sort of conference or gathering of some kind, or, you know, some sort of trip or something with other like-minded people. And again, this can be all online with the Ace of Swords and the Star as well. Right? Like, with the Star and the Emperor and the Empress, this could even be someone or people that you look up to, that you want to learn from, and you end up becoming like them. This could even be some sort of like training or what have you here, that you could eventually do the very thing that you're learning from this person. Like, this could be somebody you look up to, but then you end up being able to do what they're doing. Just as an example, it doesn't have to be that, but it could be something like that, right? So let's see what else we have here, because these are like really cool cards. I like the combination of this. the Queen of Cups, the Star, and the Ace of Swords. Like, this energy, this is like pure raw material. Didn't I say that before? Earlier in the reading? Like, this feels like stardust to me. It feels like pixie dust. It's like you just have glitter. It's like there's something like very imaginative about you, something very inspiring, and heart-based, heart-led. And the star can be about following our heart, following our North Star. So follow what you're interested. Like, if you're interested in a group or a topic, again, go for that. Like, follow your heart on whatever that is, because that's your intuition leading you. So card number 4, our outcome magic card, is the Nine of Pentacles. See, for some of you, you're like going professional here. Now, I'm just going to say this really quick because it's not for everybody. But like I was saying, like, let's just take astrology, for example. Like, say you study, you become very knowledgeable, you learn how to read people's birth charts, you become really good at it to the point that you can teach it to other people even. Like, but say, for example, you just want to be like an astrologer online. It's like Nine of Pentacles, you can make money from that, right? This might be the thing in this, whatever this is. It could just be wherever your heart is leading you to go, like we've been talking about. This thing that you end up charging for in some capacity, even if it's just small at first, this could be the thing that is like your ticket out. Like, if you have been resonating with my readings recently, talking about like trying to move away from a very controlling person or people, like trying to be able to like individuate and stand on your own 2 feet and have your own life, like have your own apartment or whatever, there's something here that your heart is guiding you towards, that you might think to yourself, like, I don't even have time to be interested in something, like I'm trying to get out of this toxic situation. This is the interesting part. I'm seeing this. It's like, you don't turn that down. Don't turn down your heart, because you could be guided to something that you really enjoy. So therefore you're saying, I'll do that thing when I'm like in a safe environment, or I feel, more comfortable or whatever. What I'm getting is, for some here, this could be the very thing that's like your ticket out. Like, you could make money on something, or you could get a new job, and it doesn't have to be that, but it's Taurus, right? We're talking about Taurus today. It's like this, you could end up becoming more successful than you thought with the star. Like, you could have more eyes on you than you expected. Like, you could go into business for yourself, for some of you here. And this could be anything. This could be like some sort of artistic thing. Like, you could sell your paints, sell your paints. Like, maybe you make like non-toxic paints or something like that. I'm seeing you making it from like all natural ingredients, and you're using that stone like grinder. I forgot what it's called. And you're taking these like bright colors, and you're making them into like dust, and then you're like adding these other like all natural ingredients, and it like smells good. I'm seeing you adding like essential oils. Like, maybe this isn't paint. Maybe this is like, I don't know, like maybe you make some sort of like all natural stuff that you sell on Etsy or something. Anyways, what I'm seeing here is it could be something like that, where like you literally start your own business. And start your own business, like, you can start your own business today. Now, I'm not saying be irresponsible. I'm just saying sometimes we have these like lofty ideas of like, oh, one day in the great beyond. It's like Spirit is saying, no, you can start today. And if you need to take a business class, take one. Because I've taken quite a few. I've been a part of a lot of like businessy marketing communities and stuff. It does give you the confidence and the know-how to know what you're doing. So if you are interested in something like that, I'd absolutely recommend studying, learning, knowing what you're doing. But I'm just saying, don't make these things so like, oh, I'd love one day to be able to do this or that, but I just can't, or whatever. It's like, this is saying you can. This is actually saying you should, right? And, you know, we don't have to do anything, but this is like, especially if you're looking for something financial and on a more emotional level, I'm seeing this as you're looking to be able to individuate, to be an individual, so you're not under someone's thumb. For some of you, this is like you want to be your own boss. You don't want to have to like work for a boss, right? It could be that as well. But for others of you, this is like in the context of a relationship. You want to be single, you want to move or something, but you like don't have the money, or you feel like you can't for whatever reason. I'm seeing there's something here about information that will make you money somehow. So look into that and feel into that with this new moon in Taurus, because Taurus, it's the second house, man. I mean, that is possessions, that is money, and it's the practical, tangible money with the Nine of Pentacles. But on a more emotional, spiritual level, Taurus is about like our self-value and values. But of course that can translate to physical goods. And for others of you, it's not about like getting out and all that. Some of you maybe you just want like money to travel, or you know, you'd love to be able to like go to some sort of conference with a lot of people or something, but it costs, you know, like $2,000, and you know, then you got to get a hotel, and you know, it's like, but if you go to that, then you could meet like a friend that will like change your life, or you might meet like somebody that you'll fall in love with and get married. Like there's something like that here, where if we'll just reach for the stars just a little bit and allow ourselves to sink into that luxury. And to me, luxury, it's not just like designer stuff or like a big mansion. To me, luxury is how you feel. Because you could be wealthy, you could be going to these like expensive hotels and stuff all over the world, but you could feel hollow inside, right? So luxury to me is it's beautiful things, it's wonderful experiences, but it's filled with the Venus energy, which is what makes it the luxury to me. It makes it mean something. It's like you want to bring home a souvenir because this trip was so meaningful to us, or you know, the tarot deck you bought at that conference that you're going to be using in your business to read for people. You know, it's like it's connecting the heart with the money and the self-beliefs and all of that stuff. And of course, when we begin to cultivate that inside, it then translates outside of us. See, we could be working on ourselves and healing ourselves and doing wonderful things for ourselves, and then while we're in that energy, like while you're in this energy of like, I'm going to take care of myself, I'm going to wine and dine myself, I'm going to buy myself a few nice things, I'm going to make myself feel like Queen of Cups energy. Like just be in what makes me feel good. As you're doing that, it's like honey, right? It's like honey that attracts bees, and you will attract to you. And for some here who are looking for love, it can attract a partner that's actually at your level, because you are emanating these, it's like you're emanating self-care and self-love with the Empress. But with the Nine of Pentacles, this is also a particular type of self-love. Like this is showing I can take care of myself, but I would love to have loving friends in my life and community. I would love to have a partner where we have this like healing, beautiful, deep spiritual relationship together, where we could just like talk for hours and we connect on so many different levels. And, you know, it feels like I'm living the dream, man. We can have the things that we want to have. And if anyone knows nice things, it would be Taurus. So it's a great moon to manifest with. So I love you guys. I hope that this reading was helpful for you, helped you kind of get into the energy of this new moon. Again, it's happening April 27th, 2025, 3:31 p.m. EST. Check your time zone. The new moon in Taurus at 7 degrees. So see where that is in your birth chart. Where do you have Taurus? It's 8th/9th house for me, for example. So see where it falls in your birth chart, and you can look up your birth chart online for free, and then look for where that little Taurus symbol is on the wheel. You're gonna see the houses on the outline of the chart. For the most part, you're gonna see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I see that little Taurus symbol like in my 8th and 9th house. So look that up for yourself, and you can kind of see, so this new moon in Taurus is impacting my 3rd house. Like say it's impacting your 3rd house, like you can look into that and really use that to your advantage. But sometimes I like to pull out a little bit. And speaking of Aquarius, and kind of look at the bigger picture. That's why I like to just read the energy as a whole. Like, what is this Taurus moon offering us? And then we can make it like more specific, but it doesn't have to only affect that house. I believe it's just like energy that we can kind of tap into, and Taurus can affect us all in a really positive way. It's connected to Venus, and it's connected to luxuries and possessions and self-worth and all of these things, right? So I love you guys. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. I'm going to play you my song called Pendulum. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. For those of you who want to hear more of my music, you can go to my Honeybee channel. It's at Honeybee Music on YouTube, and B is spelled B33 if you're looking for more of my music. You can also get my music on Spotify and Apple Music, and it's under my name Honeybee. You can also find my older music under my name Missy Gordon, MISSY. Some people call me Misty. Some people call me Mindy. My name is Missy, just for those of you who don't know. My name is Melissa, so short for Melissa is Missy. And Honeybee, actually, the word Melissa, the name Melissa, means honeybee. So that's why I named my band Honeybee after my name Melissa, because actually I grew up with my parents always calling me Missy. And as I grew up, I wanted to kind of embrace my full name, Melissa. So I started kind of moving more into that. And that to me was kind of representative of my 9 of Pentacles sort of Empress energy as I was becoming more like the fullness of myself, right? So anyways, I just felt to share that here. That's the meaning of this, as well as just this master number 33. And I'm just a nerd, right? Because it's like leet speak with the E's being 3's, but yeah. So I love you guys. If you want to get my music, you can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, as well as on YouTube. Here is my song, Pendulum, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, you guys. Pendulum, it swings. You remind me of the swings when I was young. Is that a good thing? To be reminded of a bad thing when I'm with you. All I did, and all I wanted was to, all I did was love you. gave you everything you ever asked, just to put me last. Oh, you never asked, should I have to instead of kissing me? You cry the blues, say you want intimacy. I feel so alone. I wait to cry till you're not home. I feel more intimacy with only me. The pendulum, it swings. You remind me of the swings when I was young. Is that a good thing? To be reminded of a bad thing when I'm with you. All I did and all I wanted was to. All I did was love you, and you gave me nothing once again. Told me all the things you never did, replacing years with lies instead, just to put me last. Again, you never asked, should I have to instead of kissing me? You kissed your friend 'cause you want intimacy. I feel so alone. I wait to cry till you're not home. I feel more intimacy with only me. It's a new song, so I'm still working out some of the kinks, right? But I just wanted to play it for you guys because I think this will be, well, it will be on my new album, which I'm not sure when it's coming out yet, but I will let you guys know when it is. It will be under Honeybee when it does. And part of this new Moon in Taurus, that's why I brought the guitar out today, because you know, I'm working on some more stuff closer to my heart, things that really matter to me, that get me in touch with my feelings, my emotions. My nose is itching so bad right now. So I feel like this is confirmation for people to, like, if your thing is not music, then whatever your thing is, do that. Because, like, yeah, like I said, this was not perfect at all. I messed up multiple times being a Virgo, but this is like the rough version of the song, and I will like polish it as I'm creating the album. But yeah, I really have been feeling a lot better and a lot more like myself as I've been getting back into writing music and poetry again, and just writing in general as well. So whatever your thing is, it's that Queen of Cups energy from the reading. Like, do those things that make you feel like yourself, right? So I love you guys. I hope that you like this song. It's called Pendulum.